Halo Infinite Season 5 has just dropped, and I'm actually going to take some time to talk about it. It was about 3 months ago, right around the release of Season 4, that I decided it was probably time to take a break from talking about Halo on the channel due to my frustration with not just Halo Infinite's live service, but the franchise generally. Well, I actually think Season 5 has made a step in the right direction, and I do want to take some time to talk about that because I've been really harsh on Halo Infinite. To be fair, I think it's deserved pretty much everything I've said about it, but when it does something right as a franchise I love, I want to recognize that. So let's talk about it. The new season dropped at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. I played 2 or 3 hours of it. After really stepping away from Halo, I hadn't completed the prior 2 battle passes. I was very frustrated with the state of the game generally, and after putting almost 300 hours into the game, I totally stepped away. Coming back, I've got to admit, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. So Season 5 is called Reckoning, and it's got several main features. The big complaint about Halo Infinite, one of the big complaints, has been customization. It's been nickeled and dimed away, and also there's been the introduction of the core system. These two aspects have really hurt Halo Infinite as a live service, in particular, I think, the core mechanic. My friend Kevin Kulex did a really good video on this, but in past Halo event passes or battle passes, you would basically be unlocking the same boring things like armor emblems or weapon emblems multiple times over and over again for each different core. So you'd unlock, say, one emblem for the Mark 7 core, then you'd have to unlock it for all the other ones, and that ended up taking a lot of battle pass space and making it just not a whole lot of fun to go through and play. Two big changes this time. Not only have all helmets been made cross-core, which has actually allowed me to make 2 Spartans that I really like, but all the unlocks in the battle pass, although it is a slightly shorter battle pass, apply to all different armor cores. So although the battle pass is shorter, again, Kevin Kulex did the math, there is actually more content for less grind. So that's a win-win. The other big change is one that's sort of been coming, and that is the movement away from challenges as the sole way to gain XP to adding XP based on game performance. It's still not exactly the system that I would like. I think it'd be really cool if the score you get in-game, say you get 50 points for an assist, 200 points for capturing the flag, if that could be converted somehow to XP so you really get rewarded for great performances. But what they have now, I think, is a good option. I do think the challenges, and this is a weird complaint, are too easy. People just complained way too much. Additionally, Season 5 will have what are known as operations. They'll give you small event battle passes, and there's also custom game XP, which for me, I don't really care. I don't play much in the way of custom games, but it's pretty cool. Speaking of custom games, another one of the big features announced for Halo Infinite Season 5 is the introduction of AI in Forge, so you can make campaign-like scenarios. I'll be honest, this is way outside of my ballpark. I haven't touched Forge really since Halo 3 when I made a little shooting gallery with barrels and cones on the beach at high ground, but I think there will be some cool experiences coming out of this. I do just think that Halo Infinite really needs to work on making its custom browser more functional, and this is something they have improved on. For example, there's a specific game type playlist in the game right now that is all custom maps. I played one that was like Valhalla on this specific game type. It's pretty cool. You know, there are so many talented fans making just great either remakes of old maps or just completely new ones, and they are integrating some into an operation later this month. I would just like to see more of that, and I think it would be really cool as the community starts creating these Forge AI experiences if they could even add one right to the main menu. You know, hey, this is the weekly or even daily experience. Play through it and get, you know, a battle pass level or something like that. That would be really neat. Like, Halo Infinite's gameplay has never been the problem. I've said that in pretty much every single one of these videos. The gameplay is great. The problem is the lack of content, and the game is getting to the point now that it should have been much earlier on as a live service experience. I mean, my main question is whether they can really get fans back into it, and that's sort of connected to my next point. Is Halo providing enough truly unique experiences? So, the other new content for this season includes 2 new maps, Forbidden and Prism. I've played Forbidden a couple of times, Prism once. They're both pretty cool, but Forbidden which is sort of Halo 2-like aesthetically, is definitely my favorite. I don't know the sightlines yet or really the map movement, but fun map. I love the visuals. One of the other selling points is a new mode, Extraction. And this is where I start to lose interest. Extraction is essentially a different take on King of the Hill or even Assault from past Halo games. I believe Extraction was in Halo 4, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much the exact same Halo experience, just with a slightly different take. I mean, they don't even have a new playlist for it in the game right now. It's buried in quick play alongside a bajillion other game modes, so it's hard for me to get super excited over this. The big thing that's coming will be midway through the season. It's Firefight, and this could be nearly a game changer, but I don't know whether it's really going to bring the fans that have moved on to other experiences back to Halo. Extraction certainly won't. 2 new maps, probably not either. There's a Halo 3 event coming partially through the season. That will help, but I do still think and hope that 343 is working on some sort of big feature to get fans back in. And the obvious example, the obvious idea is a battle royale, but you know, if they're smart with the AI spawning system in Forge, that could also really help. As a note, within Forge, they also added a bunch of new canvas pieces and items. I hope we start seeing, as Christmas approaches and winter approaches, some seasonality thrown into the game. We saw a little bit. There's like Halloween themed stuff in the battle pass currently, but I'd love if some of the maps got a layer of snow or Christmas lights or whatever else. I just think it would add a lot and make the game feel fun and alive. One other change that I actually really liked in Season 5 was the introduction of the new bandit rifle, the new DMR essentially. Right now, at least, it is replacing the battle rifle in ranked, and it's super fun to use. They added a scope, they seriously minimized the bloom to the point where you don't really feel it, and just generally, I'm really enjoying it, so that's great. They also reintroduced a very controversial weapon to the sandbox, and that is the Mauler, and it's returning to its original stats. This thing is a power weapon as it launched in the game. The problem was the maps didn't treat it like one. The Mauler is a 3-shot kill, or more devastatingly, it's a shot and melee kill. It's completely broken, like shotgun levels of power, but I think for social experiences especially, or if balanced properly in rank, it's fine. If they're going to have it like as an asymmetrical basic weapon that one side will get in ranked, then obviously that doesn't work, but hey, pretty cool. Overall, that's my thoughts on Halo 5's new season. The game does seem to be picking up some players. It's back up to 17k on the Steam charts, which I mean is not a lot, but it's the highest it's been in actually over a year. Just looking right now, it's the highest it's been really since January 2022. So good for Halo Infinite. There's nobody who wants that game to succeed as much as I do. Well, I mean, there are lots of people who do, but I really do. I mean, it's been a cornerstone of my YouTube journey. It's something I cover on the channel, and it's just the game for me, the competitive shooting game. But let me know your thoughts on all this and more down below.